The final night of BTS's highly anticipated concert in Munich was filled with unforgettable music, breathtaking performances, and emotional goodbyes, but it was a playful moment between members, Kim Taehyung and Jeon Jungkook, that stole the entire show. As the group interacted with fans towards the end of the evening, Taehyung decided to inject a bit of his signature, mischievous humor into the performance, creating a viral moment that fans will be talking about for years to come. While the members were casually walking around the massive stage to bid farewell to the thousands of screaming fans, Taehyung spotted Jungkook standing just a few paces ahead of him, seizing the perfect opportunity for a lighthearted prank. Taehyung began walking directly toward his younger bandmate with a sly plan already forming in his mind. He wanted to see exactly how Jungkook would react if something unexpected happened right in front of him. With a dramatic flair that only a seasoned performer could pull off, Taehyung suddenly stumbled and pretended to lose his balance entirely. To the shock of everyone watching, he allowed his body to fall completely onto the hard stage floor, making the staged accident look incredibly real. He lay there for a brief moment, holding his breath to see if his little experiment would actually work on the unsuspecting younger member. Unsurprisingly, Jungkook had absolutely no idea that he was being set up for a prank. The moment he heard the thud and saw Taehyung collapsing out of the corner of his eye, his natural protective instincts kicked in instantly. The sudden sight of his close friend hitting the ground caught him completely off guard, shattering his relaxed concert demeanor in a split second. The transition in Jungkook's expression was immediate, shifting from a happy, relaxed smile to a look of sheer terror and panic. His eyes widened in genuine shock as his mind raced to process the possibility that Taehyung might have seriously injured himself during the final moments of the show. Without a single second of hesitation, Jungkook dropped whatever he was doing and focused entirely on the fallen member. Driven by pure concern, Jungkook bolted across the stage, running as fast as he could to reach Taehyung's side. His face was a mask of intense worry, perfectly capturing the deep bond and affection he holds for his fellow group member. He knelt down beside Taehyung immediately, his hands reaching out anxiously to assess the situation and offer immediate assistance. Jungkook gently but quickly began to help Taehyung up, his voice likely filled with hurried questions asking if he was okay or if he had hurt his ankles or knees. He carefully supported Taehyung's weight, lifting him off the stage floor with the utmost care, still entirely convinced that a legitimate medical emergency was unfolding right before his eyes. The sheer sincerity in his frantic actions showed just how deeply he cares for Taehyung's well-being. However, the moment Taehyung was safely back on his feet, the illusion was instantly shattered. Instead of groaning in pain or clutching an injured limb, Taehyung burst into a loud, uncontrollable fit of laughter. He looked at Jungkook's incredibly stressed face and simply could not hold back his amusement any longer, completely satisfied that his prank had succeeded beyond his wildest dreams. Taehyung laughed so hard that he practically doubled over again, pointing at Jungkook to signal that the entire dramatic ordeal had been a total setup. His eyes crinkled with pure joy as he relished the success of his perfectly executed joke. It became abundantly clear to everyone in the stadium that Taehyung was perfectly fine and simply up to his usual chaotic antics. Realizing that he had been completely fooled, Jungkook could only stand there for a moment, letting out a sigh of relief mixed with playful exasperation. The panic vanished from his face, replaced by a sheepish smile as he realized he had fallen hook, line, and sinker for Taehyung's theatrical performance. The contrast between his intense worry just moments before and Taehyung's current state of euphoria was absolutely hilarious. The massive crowd of armies packed into the Munich stadium witnessed the entire event unfold in real time on the giant LED screens. When Taehyung first fell, a collective gasp had echoed through the arena, with thousands of fans holding their breath in fear. But as soon as Taehyung started laughing, the tension evaporated instantly, replaced by a wave of roaring laughter from the audience. The fans in attendance found Taehyung's endless playfulness absolutely endearing, chuckling at how he never misses a chance to tease his bandmates. Social media was instantly flooded with fans laughing at Taehyung's dedication to the bit, with many calling him the ultimate prankster of the group. The live audience cheered loudly, thoroughly entertained by the K-pop star's comedic timing and dramatic acting skills. Simultaneously, the stadium erupted into hysterical screams of admiration directed toward Jungkook. The audience was deeply moved by how quickly and selflessly Jungkook had reacted the moment he thought Taehyung was in danger. The raw display of care and protectiveness sent the crowd into a frenzy, with fans cheering at the top of their lungs to show their appreciation for his golden heart. For the fans, seeing Jungkook sprint across the stage with such a worried expression was a beautiful testament to the genuine brotherhood shared between the two idols. It proved that despite their global fame and the hectic nature of stadium tours, their priority is always the safety and happiness of one another. The heartwarming reaction from Jungkook quickly became the highlight of the entire Munich stop. As the concert continued, the two members shared a sweet moment of reconciliation, with Jungkook playfully nudging Taehyung for scaring him so badly. Taehyung, still giggling, gave Jungkook a reassuring pat, silently thanking him for being so quick to come to his rescue. The playful energy between them breathed new life into the final segments of the evening's performance. Videos of the hilarious incident shot from dozens of different angles by fans in the crowd immediately began circulating across various social media platforms. Within minutes, hashtags related to the Munich concert, Taehyung's prank, and Jungkook's reaction began trending worldwide. Fans who couldn't attend the show in person were just as ecstatic, analyzing every frame of Jungkook's panicked sprint. Comment sections were filled with fans praising the duo's incredible dynamic, noting that Taehyung knows exactly how to push Jungkook's buttons. Others pointed out that Jungkook's immediate reflex to run and help prove that his love for his older brothers in the band is entirely unconditional. The clip rapidly accumulated millions of views, cementing its status as a legendary BTS concert moment. The incident added a wonderfully intimate feel to the massive stadium show, making the large-scale event feel like a private gathering between friends. It reminded everyone that beneath the dazzling costumes, complex choreography, and massive production, BTS remains a group of close-knit friends who love to have fun together. These unscripted, genuine moments are exactly why fans feel such a strong connection to the group. As the Munich concert drew to a definitive close, the memory of Taehyung's fake fall and Jungkook's heroic rescue remained the main topic of conversation. Among departing fans, the stadium gates poured out thousands of smiling faces, all buzzing about the incredible vocal performances but heavily focusing on the onstage comedy. It was the perfect lighthearted note to conclude their memorable stay in Germany. Ultimately, the final night in Munich will be remembered not just for the spectacular set list and stunning visual effects, but for the profound bond displayed through a simple prank. Taehyung's mischievous spirit and Jungkook's immediate, protective love provided a beautiful snapshot of their enduring friendship. As BTS wraps up this chapter of their tour, fans are left with yet another unforgettable memory of the group's unbreakable sisterhood and brotherhood. As Taehyung stood up, still breathless from laughter, he grabbed his microphone and let out a sharp, giggling exclamation that echoed across the entire stadium. "Gotcha! JK, you should have seen your face!" he shouted, his voice cracking, slightly with amusement as he pointed an accusing finger at the younger member. The sheer delight in his voice made it obvious that he had been planning this micro moment all evening, completely thrilled that his acting skills had completely deceived the group's main vocalist. Jungkook, standing frozen for a split second as the reality of the prank settled in, immediately dropped his hands to his hips and let out a dramatic, exaggerated sigh. He looked directly at Taehyung, playfully rolling his eyes in a mixture of fondness and mock annoyance, before letting out a soft chuckle of his own. "Hyung, I really thought you were hurt. My heart almost stopped," Jungkook complained into his own microphone, his tone shifting into a classic, boyish pout as he pretended to look deeply offended by the betrayal. To add to the theatricality of the moment, Jungkook crossed his arms tightly over his chest and turned his back to Taehyung, putting on a hilarious show of giving him the silent treatment. Taehyung, refusing to let the joke drop, immediately shuffled over on his knees, looking up at Jungkook with wide, puppy dog eyes and whining a soft "Jungkooka mianhe" into the mic. Jungkook tried to maintain his stern, narrow-eyed gaze, but within seconds, his lips twitched and he burst into a wide, bunny-toothed smile, completely melting away the fake grudge. The unforgettable prank not only provided a moment of pure comedy, but also highlighted the raw, unscripted reality that makes live concerts so special. Long after the stadium lights dimmed and the final echoes of the music faded, fans exiting the Munich arena could be heard reenacting the hilarious scene with wide smiles. It proved once again that even in the middle of a massive global tour, the members never lose their playful spirits. This heartwarming display of brotherhood left an indelible mark on the hearts of everyone lucky enough to witness it live. As the final night in Germany officially came to a close, this specific interaction quickly cemented itself as one of the most iconic highlights of the entire tour chapter. Fans will undoubtedly remember the Munich concert not just for its breathtaking setlist and stunning visual effects, but for the genuine love and laughter shared on stage. It is these spontaneous, chaotic moments that truly define the BTS concert experience, reminding the world of the beautiful bond that holds the group together. Now, the excitement continues to build online as millions of fans around the world share their own favorite angles and reactions to the legendary prank. The comment sections across social media platforms are absolutely buzzing with affection for the duo's timeless dynamic and Jungkook's heroic reflex. Everyone seems to have a different favorite detail, from Taehyung's dramatic acting to Jungkook's sudden transformation, from panic to a sheepish, defeated smile. "We want to hear from you, ARMY!" What was your very first reaction when you saw Taehyung suddenly drop to the stage floor? And how loudly did you scream when you saw Jungkook sprint to his rescue?